Happy Facebook Live Friday. Thanks for tuning in. This week, I did have a couple questions come in, so I'm going to address them before I toss a challenge out to you. The first question that came up was from Lindsay, who asked if there was specific angels and like who do you call on and archangels for like health or just all the myriad of areas we have in our life. And I am not the right one to ask for that because I usually send up a request of, hey, whoever's available, could I really get some help here? I do call on Archangel Michael often. I have him on call waiting, I think, for helping me with my energy field, with helping with travel, safety in the car. Occasionally to not get picked up by the radar gun because I might be going a little fast. And Archangel Raphael is wonderful for working with pets and with your health and balancing out the energy in a room. Doreen Virtue has a wonderful book called Archangel and Ascended Masters, and it has just a plethora of all the angels, all those L's, Uriel, Ariel, Michael, Raphael, Gargamel. Stole that from a class. And so there's a cross-reference in it that you can look up, and she also has a deck. Now, I did hear that they may not be publishing that for much longer because she's gone a different path. So if you were interested in having that guidebook, Lindsay's pun, and I'm stealing it. If you were interested in having that, you could definitely find that on online, hayhouse.com or Amazon. They carry it. So that would be the best reference that I know of. I prefer to connect in with my own energy and just feel the vibration. And I think that they know better what to do than I do as humans. So I do tend to leave it up to them. So you could say, I'd like to call in the one who's the most proficient, or hey, who wants to help? Get on in here. And it will suffice. You do have to make the request. They can't just butt in. And hopefully the sound is better this week. I'm trying out different microphones. I guess I got to call my friend John Kroll there and get some professional advice on what to do for the sound. But I will get there. And then another question I had question that came in was, how come at different times we miss those who have passed more readily or more often, and sometimes it's just, it slams you. Mm-hmm. And I don't know that I have an exact answer, but my feeling is that when we're going through changes and we are expanding and we have new things coming into our lives, we naturally want to share it with people, right? And if someone who's passed was one of those people that you would call, or that you would seek advice from, or that you just miss, it tends to send a flurry of emotion up through the chakras and into our system. I'm grateful when it happens. It absolutely can bamboozle me sometimes. But let's ignore those ding-dings, because that's the other part that I need to turn off. But when you have that day of where you're absolutely just missing someone and you just feel smacked upside the head, take that moment to appreciate that they were in your life and they can still hear you. They're still part of it. And I know it's hard. I've had a particular week where I had a dear friend finish his contract and transition this week, and it's knocked the wind out of my sails. This is the first one I have not been impressed with their passing. Usually I'm the one saying, this is so great, they finished their contract. This one I'm like, no, I need more time. It wasn't about him, it was about me, and just that part of missing that piece of your heart that's been there for so long. I'm not going to talk much more because I'll just lose it right here on camera. So, which would be fine. So when you have that rush of emotion, there's another thing I want to bring up here. When you have that rush of emotion about someone who's passed, it's very likely that they're standing within your energy field. So you may want to take some time and just take a breath and see if you can move through the emotion that's there and feel their essence, like feel the energy that you know them to be. Even though we depend on our sight and our hearing and all of that, and we think that that's how we know someone, it's actually from the energy field and the vibration that we got to know about them. And it's the synchronization of your heart centers. So when you're with someone that you care about or you grow to care about, we actually synchronize our heartbeats and the energy that's there. And I just have always thought that that's such a beautiful thought. It's also why sometimes you can't stand people, because you just can't get into sync. So when you're feeling all the human feels around someone who's passed, please know that they are participating in the joys that are going on in your life. And it can bring some peace in. And for me, it takes a little bit of the lonely out of it. It doesn't always take the sting out. I mean, if you really love someone and they're gone, it's going to hurt. And that's a tribute to the love, but it also sucks. And I'm not going to put like flowery woo-woo words around it. You have to go through that process. So thank you, Amy, for the question. And when you're feeling like you can't connect with that being, that soul who's crossed, they may be doing their own growing and they may just not be available. Let's respect that. And we are here to live. And that's where I'm going to transition here into the whole different meaning for the word transition. I'm not croaking, I'm just going to a new subject. So with Chad's passing this week, I have felt this almost like a life review go across my own forehead. I was pretty pleased with most of it, I'm happy to say. But it really got me thinking about what stage of life that we're in. And I don't mean generationally, and I don't mean like, are you raising kids or have they moved out? It's not that. It's really about how are you participating in your life? Are you thoroughly enjoying where you are, what is going on? And no, I didn't love cleaning my car off this morning, but I did love the fact that I was capable of clearing the car off this morning. So I want to send out a little coaching challenge that I would do perhaps if you were in the chair with me. Well, we have separate chairs, you don't have to sit with me, but if you were in the office with me. So I want you to go through this week, if you want to join, it's not mandatory, and ask yourself, where are you if you imagine a line going down the invisible page in front of you? Are you escaping your life, or are you entering and engaging in life? Are you filling up your time with drama of other people, drama of your own, TV, food, alcohol, drugs, drama, I already said that, Overworking, underworking, just sitting around and staring off into space. So those are some forms of escapism, and even over-exercising at some point, because you're pushing your body so much that your brain may not be engaging, right? It's only going for a goal. And your heart may not be engaging, except for that out of breath thing. So entering or engaging in life would be, are you learning something new? Are you taking some risks? Are you really looking at, in the time that I'm here on this planet, am I offering up something that when I croak and I do my life review, I'm going to feel that I invested wisely? Now, I'm all for a good Grace and Frankie binge-a-thon. So absolutely go for those times where you have downtime and there's an ebb and flow. But I see so much of people involved in other people's shit. It's Facebook, I can say shit. Other people's shit, that they're not even looking at their own life. And if there's anything that someone who lived life as much as Chad did, and who passes what some would call young, I'm still going to honor him finishing his contract as much as I don't flip and like it. He lived life to the fullest. And there's a message in that. And we can often change and shift where we're escaping. Like I've worked with people who said, well, I don't drink anymore. And I'll say, great, wonderful. That's hard work. Good job. But you're also just transferred it for work or some other form of escapism. So as you're going through this week, take a little bit of inventory. Maybe go up into that bird's eye view of yourself and look at it and see, did I have even one engaging conversation today? Did I make eye contact? Did I ask another person how they were? And wait for the answer. Do not simply wait for your ability to come back and say how you are. Really wait in that moment. And then what are you learning? What did you learn new this week? Besides, you can call on Archangel Michael if you've been speeding and you just don't want to get caught. So go the speed limit, but just in case. So figure out for yourself, give yourself one challenge of how you're going to expand into that world. Last week, I did my orientation at, part of it, I have to go back for the other part, at Sonsini Animal Shelter here in Pittsfield, because I felt like one of the ways that I could contribute was to go down and run the dogs. I got to run for the program I'm in anyway. And I like dogs, but I don't want to own one. So I felt like this was a good way to contribute to the community. So when I'm sitting after I've croaked and you all had a damn good party, don't you do anything sad. You can cry, it's okay. But you better have a good party with lots of music. And I'm watching my life review with my spirit popcorn. I want to be able to say that I showed up in the best of my ability. It's not going to be 24/7. And I extended out into this world something that I thought would help enhance it and heal it. So whatever works for you, no one can define your participation. And there's no participation award, so let's not put it up on Facebook and all that kind of stuff. Put it in here. Like connect in here and be that person who wants to spend time with yourself. Because if not, you are wasting valuable space. And I just don't know that I have any patience for that anymore. I think I'm running at the end of my rope, and that's okay. So remember to be kind to yourselves. Get your butts moving. Exercise is important. And to put good food in. And when those moments of expression need to be there, the crying, the frustration, the loneliness, all of that, let them be there, but don't sit in it, because that's just not attractive. I said to Kayla, my daughter, this morning, that all of the crying I've been doing is exhausting. And yes, I do know when someone passes, it opens up old wounds. I'm very well aware of that. But it's made my skin look damn good. So there's a benefit to everything. I must go now and go on to my next session. So I wish you all the best of weekends, and until we chat again next Friday. And if there are questions or subject matter that you would like me to address, please send it along. There are 5 spots available for the Vision Board class on February 10th. And last count, there were 6 spots left for the next intuitive development circle. So class, group, whatever it's called this week. I haven't slept much this week. So please be well. Bundle up if you're outside in the Berkshires, and I will chat with you soon. Thanks for stopping by. Bye. Now I just have to figure out how to end it. This is really goodbye. In my family, we say goodbye like 12 times before we actually leave. So this is really goodbye. Bye.